one thing that I think has been amazing on our little journey for creating a business is that having this Tesla. So as you can see, I'm not driving. Getting the self-driving portion of Tesla, it costs $8,000, right? So it's cheap, but it's incredible because that is basically paying for an Uber driver for as long as you have this car. And it takes away all the stress, all the fatigue of driving and letting this take care of it. It's pretty good. Like, it's not perfect, nor do I expect it to be at this point, but it takes about 90 to 95% of all the load, especially on the freeways. I don't have to do anything. I'm not even paying attention, as you can see, and it just makes things so much easier to do your job, have energy, and still continue to move forward when you're not having to do this thing. And so that's the whole thing about automation. I think that's going to really help us in the future, is that there's a lot of tasks that we have on our plate, everything from driving to cooking to thinking and brainstorming ideas, that AI and automation really help out a lot. And I think it's true that we're going to lose a lot of jobs, but on the flip side, it creates a lot of opportunity for people to create their own businesses, go out on their own ventures, because instead of having to pay for a team that can do all this stuff, now they could just have automation do it for them and get good enough and build their own business, build their own path. And I think that's the thing that to take away from AI and automation, is that you want to use it to help facilitate and aid your path so that you can find a way through without having to rely on corporations. I don't think that we're going to be able to rely on corporations to give us jobs anymore, because their whole goal is to cut costs. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Most people think there's something wrong with that. Oh, because they're greedy. No, that's just part of the game. And if you don't like it, then why don't you go and spend money on businesses that don't do that? But we don't, because things like Amazon are very convenient. You know, things like ChatGPT helps us do stuff so we don't have to do so much work. So these things, we're all gravitate to them because they're a lot easier for our lives. And at one point, it's going to hurt us in the sense of not having a job, but we can also use it to our advantage to help build businesses, build our path, so that we're not relying on corporations to give us a way of living. So I think things like this self-driving, just absolutely incredible. And I think everyone should get it if you can afford it, because especially if you're like me, where I drive a ton, this just takes off so much energy and load off of my day-to-day that I can apply it into where it really needs to be done, which is communicating with customers and, you know, and just having that energy so that you can bring the enthusiasm